morning.
All right, Brian, can I start with you perhaps? What is the Africa Energy Endeavour all about?
It's part of a process, Peter, where Africans come together and we talk about the challenges that are facing Africa, but we also talk about solutions and case studies that people have had, because Africa has a very specific context and it's not always easy to import solutions from Europe or other parts of the world. We need to have solutions that actually work in the African context.
So
that's
who
what it's
comes
about.
and, you know,
We have from all walks of life. We have from governments around the countries, we have NGOs, we have business people, we have academics, and we run it on a basis of panel sessions. And what's particularly exciting this year is we're giving the light to the fact that this is a male-dominated society, and every single panel will be moderated by a leading lady in energy sector.
Okay. Okay. Christophe, you're wearing a global hat coming from the World Energy Council, and I'm wondering, what are your observations when you look at our continent compared to what's happening worldwide?
Well, we are in 93 countries, and I think what comes out, you ask energy leaders once a year what keeps you awake at night, and what comes out actually is that issues such as climate change, such as the recession at the moment, or such as the price volatility in energy are big issues worldwide. Now in Africa, I think we see that the water energy linkages or the regional interconnection or issues of that nature are obviously very high on the agenda, together with energy access.
Right. What sort of direction do you think our continent should be taking in terms of you know, dealing with our energy needs?
Well, the important thing is not to figure out one thing. It's, I think, it's always to keep a balance between, and we are studying that at the World Energy Council. How do you keep a balance between the pressure on the security side, the needs on the social equity side, the access side, the affordability side, but then also make sure that on the environmental side we lay the foundation for a good infrastructure.
All right. Brian, coming back to you, will the business of energy come up during the course of the next few days?
Absolutely, that's core to the whole thing, Peter. We have a very big exhibition going in parallel with the conference, and as part of that we also run an electronic business matchmaking service where delegates can indicate who they want to meet and who they want to get together with. And then one of the sessions is a whole morning is devoted specifically to the status of African energy projects, where people can then come and they can be informed as to which projects are up, which ones are up for tender, which ones are actually starting to work, and all those sort of opportunities. So business is core to the whole thing.
All right. I suppose you have to. I'm going to try and get you to look into your nuclear, into your crystal ball. What are the big issues for the future of energy, do you think? You know, for us, I suppose we're sort of thinking nuclear, maybe solar, stuff like that. What are the big issues, do you think, going forward?
Well, look, there's a massive transformation going on globally, and we see, for instance, what happens in the gas side. The collapse of gas prices in the North American continent has fundamentally changed the game there. I think we see at the same time solar prices collapsing. They were at $4.7 per kilowatt installed 4 years ago. They are at less than $1. So we see that collapse as well, and those things will affect the infrastructure.
Right, and then I suppose wind power must be some of the things that we need to start to think about as well.
Renewables broadly will have to play a bigger role. I think the biggest risk one can take is if one puts all eggs in one basket, and I think there's a bit of that obviously when and the risk obviously if one brings in renewables, it can help to actually mitigate some of the risks there.
All right. We have to talk nuclear because it's just one of those contentious things, isn't it, Brian?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So,
well, you know, nuclear is a low-carbon alternative, and it provides baseload. And for South Africa, particularly where we don't have natural occurring oil and gas in large quantities, if we're going to move away from coal, nuclear has to be part of our energy mix, in my view.
All right, okay. Well, I certainly wish you both the best of luck in the next few days. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. But it's a big issue, and one hopes that you guys will come up with solutions.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Peter.
you very much indeed for your time.
Thanks, Peter.